I want to welcome you to the Ask Jeff YouTube channel. Here's today's question, although it be a very long one. This says, I've always heard that Jesus' ministry was from age 30 to 33, based on Luke 3:23, saying he was about 30 years of age when he began his ministry. But it also says he was about 30 years of age, and in Luke 3:1 says John the Baptist began his ministry in the 15th year of Tiberius Caesar, which would have been 29 AD. If Jesus was born in 6 to 4 BC, that would have made him at least around 33 when his ministry began, so he could have been older than was generally said. All right, at the end of the day, the question is asking, based on these historical and biblical references, about how old was Jesus Christ during his earthly ministry based on the dates and such. Well, not only does it say he was about 30 years of age, we know that his ministry was actually 3.5 years in length, not less than 3 and not more than 4. You say, well, how do we know that? Because in the Gospel of John, it chronicles for us 4 Passover feasts that Jesus attended. So the one at the beginning of his ministry, and obviously the one that involved his crucifixion, which gives you at least 3 years, but not more than 4. So go back to Tiberius Caesar, 29 AD, and all those famous dates. Here's the deal. We know that Jesus Christ, the incarnation, took place prior to 2 BC. Why? Because that is the year that King Herod died. And not only was King Herod a part of the story and the narrative, he's also the one that unfortunately had all the children under age 2 killed because of the testimony of the Magi or the wise men. So under 2 means somewhere between 6 and 4 BC. Here's the deal. At the end of the day, I would argue a birth date anywhere between 6 BC at the earliest and maybe 2.5 to 3 BC at the latest. Now, why is that important? Because per the question, there is this, secular leader who is around 29 AD. Now, at the end of the day, about 30 years of age, if about 30 could be 29, it could be 31, give or take, it's vague. Well, 31 plus 3.5 could actually get you to 35 if the months work out. Or on the other end, if you're at 29, it could get you less. So here's the deal. At the end of the day, early 30s, 3.5 year ministry that, if you put all the pieces together, does not, this is important, does not contradict the biblical and or historical narrative. But it's a great question. If you have one, send to AskJeff.net. Maybe your question be tomorrow's. Thank you so much for being a part of our daily question here at the Ask Jeff YouTube channel. I want to encourage you on a few things. Number one, if you have a question to ask, submit it to AskJeff.net. Eventually, we'll get around to your question. Secondly, we'd encourage you to subscribe. That way, each and every day, Monday through Friday, you get a reminder of our question of the day. And last but not least, I want to remind you that on Wednesday evenings, live at First Baptist Church of Opelika, FBCOpelika.com, we do a solid hour of Ask Jeff where we dig into the questions more than just 60 or 90 seconds. Sometimes we take the entire hour. All that being said, AskJeff.net is where you submit a question to this channel each and every day, Monday through Friday.